Probably.
He doesn't know yet. But otherwise, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the Planetary Pull for the week of January 21st, 2015. I'm your host, H, and back with us is
Billy. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute. How you been, man?
Been alright. Reading a couple of things here and there.
Been busy, huh?
More or less.
So, and you were one of the ones that did not run out and get any Star Wars covers last week because you're not
not really a Star Wars guy.
That happened, but got plenty of covers, and I tell you, trade is brisk because that's all I've been doing. I've gotten like a whole bunch of requests, so I've gotten a couple for myself, traded some with some friends, got a couple on the way. Everybody's happy, but more so, this book, one of many Olympians, Ares, and along with Poseidon, Zeus, Hades, and a whole bunch of others. George O'Connor will be here at Big Planet Comics on February the 4th, which is a Wednesday, from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. And matter of fact, this is the newest book. So if you guys want to come in, pick this up, get it signed, be sure to turn up and turn out to check Mr. O'Connor out and get a book. So, what have you been reading, sir?
I'm actually going back to... All right,
you can pick it up. It's
not here. Let's go with Superior Spider-Man. Why did I keep calling? I always keep calling it. This is like the fifth time I called this.
Because you know you're used to having a one Superior Marvel book, but now it's
well, it's just so long. He's the only Superior one around. I mean, we still got Superior Spider-Man floating around in Spider-Verse, but that's something else.
Yeah, which we'll talk about.
Superior Iron Man is still kind of cool. I mean, part of it is kind of silly.
Which number is this? Superior
we're on 4.
Yeah.
Part of it is funny about how much they're letting this guy get away with. And I'm like, it's kind of unrealistic at this point. Where, like, alright, just some of the privacy things that they're doing where he's like being... I know it's like satirizing, you know, us and our phones. And about how much, you know, personal information we give away. But this is kind of ridiculous, where they have like flying drones everywhere.
But they do have flying drones everywhere.
Yeah, but you know.
But is it still the thing of people are buying powers and things of that sort?
Yeah, more. Well, not buying powers, just buying
stuff.
Not stuff. He's selling like pretty much. There's an app where if you click on it and pay like $100 a day, you turn into like a male, like a model.
Oh yeah.
You know, the perfect version of yourself. But it costs $100 a day.
Just wait and use it on weekends.
Hey, you know. I like that.
But is it any good though?
No, I like it. I actually like... I think it made Tony Stark a relevant character again. I know, like... Alright, here's the thing. Like, in the comics... Like, obviously, yes, Iron Man is the...
I'm confused. He's been relevant for a couple of years
in the movies. But no, the comics is like, come on. Like, who's been reading Iron Man like that? I haven't.
Okay.
And his character in the comic is kind of different than what he is in the movies.
Well, that's supposed to.
Heck, I mean, one of the main things about Superior Iron Man is that he starts drinking again. Which I always think is funny. It was like nobody's assuming that he turned evil because of Axis. They're probably just assuming like, oh, he's on the sauce again.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point. Because I'm like, okay, are we going to see the raging drunk or the flying drunk or
no, he's just that arrogant.
Okay.
I think somebody said it best is while he got away with the whole Axis personality shift is because Tony Stark as a character was so far to the edge of that morality line that when he flipped, he was still pretty close to the edge. Where he's not a total monster.
Yeah, but he's
you know, no, like you know, they show there are some bright spots in his personality.
Okay, all right. So that's your first pick. My first pick by Will Pfeiffer and Scott Hepburn will be Teen Titans number 6. And
really, 6?
6.
All right.
Sorry. Yes.
No, how is it 6?
Because there were obviously 5 issues before it, and you probably just missed them.
No. I mean, Teen Titans. That's been a new 52 book for a while.
Well, hey, things.
So how is it only 6?
Well, look at it this way. At least it's number 6, and it's not canceled like a few other books, like Static Shock.
No, I'm just wondering why isn't it Teen Titans like 46 or something?
Because they stopped the original series and restarted it at number 1 about 6 months ago. That's why.
And there's your answer.
All right. Now my thing is where they stopped for a reason.
Look, we're not going to get into all that.
It wasn't selling.
Yeah. We're just going to talk about what's here. And actually, what's more important is the introduction of Power Girl. And what? They've been talking about this for a
Power
while.
Girl is a teen titan.
Yes, she is. And actually, that's one of the things I really liked about this book. We're not talking about the Power Girl that you know of as Power Girl, Karen with the powers and the big boobs. On Earth 2. This is another young lady that's come out to help the team.
Wait, who's Power Girl? Can you show her?
The young lady right here.
Wait, Power Girl is black?
Yes. Where have you been for the past couple of months?
Is this a ripoff of Power Man?
No.
So I'm just saying, Marvel has Luke Cage, Power Man, a black guy. DC's like, hey, let's get a black chick and call her Power Girl. Okay, yeah, no. You know what? I'm sorry. There's probably no connection whatsoever. Just a coincidence, I'm positive. But continue.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I like to have a little bit of hope. I mean, yeah, you know, there are probably one or two people out there saying the same thing and being idiots. But at least with this issue, she explains the whole thing of how she inherited the name from Power Girl with her blessings. Like, hey, I'm going back to Earth 2. You inherit the name. Let me write you up some papers. And then she also proceeds to tell Robin and the Teen Titans how they've been going about the whole superheroing thing wrong.
But yeah, of course they have, because they got their book canceled.
Yeah. But I thought it was an interesting book. It's an interesting start because, yeah, I mean, you know, for what you said, you know, there is a dearth of African American characters in books. There's also a very, very huge dearth of African American women.
Well, in DC,
comics.
like DC
Period.
has been good with.
Just
Marvel's been alright with their diversity. Well, compared to DC, I can name 10 black Marvel characters off the top of my head.
We're not going to do that right here. But just suffice, there aren't enough. So yeah, I'm glad that they did that. Not only that, they didn't waste any time explaining who she was and how she came to be. I mean, you might look at her origin and say it's kind of generic, but at least it's explained. So.
One thing that makes me sad is Power Girl is gone. I really enjoy her and Harley Quinn.
That happened.
Is it still? Okay.
It's still a thing right now. As
All
far
right.
as I know. So what's your next book?
An old favorite that's been gone for a while.
Which is what?
Invincible. It's been a while. Like, this book.
You might have just missed an issue.
No, I have not. I've been up to date.
Okay.
Like, this, it feels like it's been like over 2 months. But, you know, somebody can look that up and fact check me, but...
Yeah, I might have to.
The story is still going strong. There's a couple of issues that I have with it. I mean, I think it's not like a criticism. I guess it's the point that he's trying to make. Like, there's that one scene we were talking about that made me uncomfortable. Yeah. And I guess, well, that's the whole point of that story arc.
Well,
is
you might want to let people know what they're talking about, because they're like, what the hell are you talking about?
Okay.
Well, the whole idea is there's a scene in there where...
well, not in this one, but way back when...
Let me finish.
Okay.
Where Mark faces off with his rapist, and it's a very uncomfortable scene.
It is so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Part of me was thinking that if the genders were flipped, would they even have the balls to do it? I want to say no.
Well, I still look at it like this. I mean, in a world where, you know, we have such a double standard where men get raped by women, but no one hardly ever takes them up on their story, you know, I do think somewhere along the line somebody needs to take that issue up. And that's why I was kind of glad that they included that in there. I mean, outside of the old overarching story about Rex's takeover. So.
Yeah, Rex's takeover is like... I mean, personally, I'm like Team Rex. I'm like, dude's doing a good job.
So you would
like
vote for him, huh?
Yeah, dude, the first 5 pages explains, like, there's no war, there's no crime, college is free, health. You know, he implemented Rex Care. Like, and all hospitals are free. Like, things are pretty good.
It's like this book was just so full of social commentary.
Yeah.
You know, what we would do if we had somebody just stepped up and just do a complete utopia of the world. I mean... But one of Marx's allies made a very good point. Yeah, everything usually starts off well, but it doesn't end well. So how long is that going to take?
Yeah, he makes the point is like humanity is messy, and if you try to make it clean, you're going to have to clean up humanity.
Yeah,
next.
it's going to be even worse. You know, I mean, you know, that's what kind of makes humanity. Humanity is the mess that we make.
But no, I recommend this because it's a good talking point. You can get into a good, healthy debate about it. About where do you know, side, or where do you land on the sides?
Yeah, but see, another issue that I picked up in this book also was the whole dealing with the parents thing. You know, we have a child out of wedlock, and the father's still coming to grips with it, and still pressuring them. What are you going to name the kid?
Yeah.
And you can get married, and
I mean, I kind of felt him on that. It's like, dude, the baby's kind of old. Like, how long are you gonna?
yeah.
Just name it.
But just kind of like you said, I didn't exactly see that ending coming as well, which we won't
Not
spoil.
But it was like, whoa.
Like, oh, okay.
Did not see that coming.
That's an interesting suggestion. So yeah.
Oh, and I love how it picks up with the fight between the regent and the wolf. I don't know, what is he, a lion?
Tiger,
like a white tiger guy.
Yeah.
How they're just having this epic battle, and they only devoted like 2 full pages.
Yeah.
And Invincible, their fights are rough.
Yeah. So yeah. Robert Kirkman's still doing the job.
Yeah, I mean, issue 116.
I'm still on this, but I'm off of Walking Dead, but that's another story. So my next issue is going to be Batman and Robin number 38.
Damien's back.
Damien's back. Peter Tomasi and Patrick Gleason.
Does he still have superpowers?
Oh yeah, yeah. This was like maybe, I wouldn't say it was a bad issue. It was a good issue because basically the whole idea of Bruce still trying to be the protective father. Damien's, it's like Damien came back and didn't miss a beat. He's still the petulant kid who wants to do everything.
You don't understand how happy this makes me.
he wants to be reckless, and he wants to just test himself, beyond the limits. Especially there's this one particular scene where he goes to Atlantis, and he just does it like without thinking, like, water, Atlantis, I'm going. And shows up to talk to Aquaman about something that he has that belongs to him, that he feels that he's responsible for. So yeah, a lot of it is still dealing with Damien still coming to grips with who he is, what his mother made him into be, and the other things that are going on, such as the whole cloning business and all that.
But Damien has always been my favorite Robin.
Yeah.
Like, when he got killed off, I was like, ugh. And it took like, how long has he been dead?
Going on 2 years now.
2 years.
Nobody stays dead. That's
yeah,
kind of
but
the problem.
he stayed dead way longer. Especially since there's a title called Batman and Robin.
Oh, it was Batman and fill in your
fill in, and I was like, how long are they going to continue this?
As long as they can.
It's Batman and Robin again. Thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, good book. Check it out. I kind of think they need Damien back because it'll help the book get back on its feet again, because it was kind of falling off my list a little bit. But I think it's going to take some time for it to really just kind of settle in, because I still feel like with everything that's been going on with Batman and Robin, the Green Lantern Corps, and Justice League, they got it's like airplanes. They got this whole holding pattern, waiting for the whole apocalypse thing to blow up.
All right, well, Batman and Robin's back in a good time because I just saw the trailer for Batman versus Robin.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
And also, Justice League Throne of Atlantis just came out. So yeah, when all this drops, when the minions of Apocalypse and Darkseid come to attack Earth, I think everything's going to drop.
Yep.
Right here, and I think this is going to be one of the 3 ways. I mean, because that's what kind of happened. We got a little sneak when Batman went after Damien, so I'm sure Darkseid has not forgotten about that.
I'm looking forward to that movie, by the way.
Yeah.
Where he goes to Apocalypse and handle his business.
Yeah. Or gets handled.
What's our last book?
Our last book, Amazing Spider-Man number 13, which pretty much really puts us firmly into the 3rd act of the whole Spider-Verse.
Yeah, by everything about Spider-Verse says I shouldn't love it, because I'm not a fan of crossovers. I'm not a fan of overly complicated stories.
Yeah.
I hate that, and this is what this is times 10, but I love it for some reason.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm enjoying it. Like, even though there's like so much knowledge of like the multiverse and all random Spider-Mans and
but it's not as muddy as
it's
Grant
not,
Morrison's multiverse. I'm sorry, I got something going on my throat.
But no, I'm loving Spider-Verse. It's
But what I really liked about this issue, we find out a little bit more about Uncle Ben and how he's pretty much a polar opposite of the Uncle Ben from the 616.
I wouldn't say he's the opposite, but pretty much just says it's just what would have happened if he was bitten by the spider.
Yeah.
Because he pretty much said it.
But it's not so much that. Well, yeah, it's that, but it's much more his philosophy on how things came to be as well, because things didn't end so well. And the other thing that we find out is that the Dr. Octopus from that universe was responsible
Yeah,
for of nuking the planet.
I love how he was like, "You're going to get in this. Like, you're probably the reason why this planet is nuked." It's like, "Yeah, I was here. Maybe I could have did a difference. Maybe I could have stopped Otto Octavius.
Huh?
I don't know." It was like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, dude. Maybe you should have been there. I think you might have had something." Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good issue. But then the thing was too, we find out, of course, because we know this is headed towards an end. All the pieces are falling into place on Loom World, in more ways than one for us to get a cataclysmic ending.
All right. Well, I'm not going to say too much, but I think one of my favorite scenes was when the other Ben Riley decides to like
Handle.
Yeah, he went ham.
Yeah.
He went ham.
Yeah.
He was like, okay.
Yeah. So, still a solid issue. Dan Slott still has a handle on Spider-Man. You know what? The art by Giuseppe Camuncoli, I've been butchering his name forever, is starting to grow on me. It's kind of like we'll see once this ends where this is going to go from there, because it's one of those things.
Look,
what?
It could be John Romita Jr.
Yeah, thank you. All right. On that note, I'm going to throw out some books that we're looking forward to picking up tomorrow. Can't say I read everything, but just some things that caught my eye. First one is Rain #1 from Image Comics. Other book I want to recommend is Rocket Raccoon #7. Cannot go wrong with this.
Who's Rocket Raccoon? Do I know him from something?
Some little known indie movie that came
Who's that
out.
tree character? He looks familiar.
Yeah, The Autumn Lands of Tooth and Claw #3. Very good book. Very good book. Legends of Baldur's Gate by Jim Zub. Solid. And my last book, I'm really waiting to read this. Galaxy Quest.
Wait, is that like the movie?
This picking up after the movie. Something people have been talking about for years because
The
we've
Tim
been waiting
Allen
for.
movie?
Yes, the
Oh, that
same
is
one.
awesome.
The same one. People have been talking about a part 2 for years. This might be the only way we get that second part. So, that's it. So, other than that, thank you all for checking us out. Of course, don't forget to check out Big Planet on the internet. Check us out over in College Park, Vienna. Anywhere in DC where there's a Big Planet, you make sure you get there. Also, check me out at popcultureuncovered.com. And we'll see you guys next week.